1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, I'm gonna say my prayers type shit. Alrighty. What's good, everybody? I'm the host, Khalil Kamara, and welcome back to the Khalil Kamara Show. And today we're gonna kick something off. First and foremost, I'm by myself today. I have no guests for me to quote unquote talk shit. Like as I usually do. So today I'm gonna talk shit by myself. And this is gonna be one of many installments of like kind of doing self podcasts by myself and without having somebody with me or whatever. So yeah, and I think that should be fun, and I hope you guys like it as well. One of the things I'm going to get into today, one of the main topics, is things that men learn way too late in life. I feel like that's something that needs to be shed into light. Bring awareness to like kind of let these guys know you don't need to do life alone, basically. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. If you're new to my podcast channel, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on all my videos. Like I said, it's all up from here. So let's get going. I personally feel like that men feel like they have a need to like kind of feel like the alpha male, the lone wolf, whatever the case it is. And I disagree with that, because one, you're not the lone wolf. You're not the macho guy. You're not this. You're not that. You're not that guy. That's basically what I'm trying to say with all brutally honesty. I feel like one thing that a lot of people also have to understand, the guys specifically, is that being vulnerable is not a weakness. Why are you seeing it as some type of weakness? Like, it's nothing that's going to tear you down. It's not a bad thing. It's something that's gonna help you become more stronger, and more comfortable with everything that's like kind of transpired or what you've gone through. Just talking to that one person can make things a whole lot better. Can make everything a whole lot better. Really. One thing that I feel like guys should start doing is ask for help. Because not everything you can do by yourself. You can't even do this life by yourself. You gotta find your resources. Call on God, and call on anybody that you feel like is gonna help you along the way, give you advice, and and bring you a lot of confidence, reassurance, and love. Because not one person within yourself cannot do that by yourself. It's gonna take damn near a village. I mean, you can build the confidence by yourself, obviously, but not everything you can do by yourself. It's just a matter of time where it becomes a burden, and you're kind of wearing yourself out by just like trying to do things your way or by yourself. Call on the guys, unite as a tribe, come together as one. You don't have to do life by yourself. Don't do this life alone. And that's something I had to learn myself too back my freshman year in college. I would feel like, I don't have anybody other than my family. I was feeling like I didn't belong. And one of my football teammates at the time, he was telling me, Khalil, don't do life alone. Dude, we're here for a reason. We're brothers. Call on us if you need help. And that stuck with me ever since, to never do life by myself. If I don't call on them, I can call on the man above our heads, the Almighty God. He'll take care of it for me. All that stuff. Another thing I feel like guys don't know how to do and that they're learning very late is that they can exercise their voice. And I feel like they're pussy or whatever. Like, dude, like, exercise your voice, bro. Like, why do you feel like you have a need to stay quiet and, you know, and bear the pain. You don't need to bear the pain, dog. Like, just talk about it with somebody you trust and let them give you the best advice from their experience or whatever they can give you. Don't shut up at all. You know, if people want you to shut up, okay, then don't do it. That's basically what I'm saying. You know, you don't got to shut up. You don't have to stay quiet. You have a voice to reason. So use it. Use it to your full advantage. Make that your platform. Set boundaries. I feel like a lot of guys don't want to set boundaries. I feel like a lot of guys tend to be easy. When it comes to, you know, when it comes to females too, I feel like all the niggas are just getting easy nowadays. Like, you know, like they don't know how to, they think with their dick and not their minds. Like this and this, they don't align for whatever reason. They think with their peepees and, you know, they try to go fuck whatever they want to fuck on, honestly. Like, set boundaries for yourself. Have some self-respect. You know, again, it's something I had to learn too. I can't have my peepee do all the things with me, you know what, like, like it's not gonna work, bro. Set your boundaries in all aspects, not just sexually, but, you know, in all aspects of your life. All men should set the boundaries by themselves, and, you know, and do what's best for them. You know, don't have anybody like kind of decide for you, or, you know, or try to pop your bubble just because, you know, you want to fill a void or whatever, you know. And blur out the distractions, put your goals first. It's always good to have boundaries and goals. That way, so other people don't think that you're weak and that you're soft or whatever the case may be. You know, you don't have to get outside every weekend. You don't have to do all this extra stuff to feel like, oh, you're valid or whatever. Set the boundaries, stay on your business, and what you're wanting to accomplish is eventually going to come along the way. Then get to the goals that you want to set for yourself. And on top of that, what you also want to do, keep the good people around you. Keep the ones that are going to uplift you, motivate you, and the ones you can lean to, that are going to help you along the way to get you to where you want to be, that are going to elevate you. Because I know a lot of people that are not going to elevate you. And when I say a lot of people that won't elevate you, I'm talking about the ones, again, that want to party, for example, that want to be outside and, you know, do all this extracurricular stuff and try to, just be on some bullshit, basically. You know, those are not your people. Be around some scholars. Be around niggas that are in school, that have the brains. Those are your people. Get your advice from them, and, you know, and see how far you get. I'm pretty sure you make it far with all the right people in your life and all the other stuff. Always, you know, be a team. You know, have a team with yourself. Not with yourself, excuse me. Have a team with, you know, again, it takes a village for everybody to kind of come together and, you know, and build together as one. Like I said, it took me a lot to understand all the things that I'm preaching in front of this camera right now. You know, I feel like I wasn't always the wisest, you know, over the years. You know, at some point I feel like I was trying to play follow the leader, you know, where I wanted to be somebody that I wasn't. And I feel like that time it was mostly coming along in middle school. You know, I'm not being myself, you know, I'm trying to do things that are out of the norm. I'm just trying to fit in. And, you know, it never got me anywhere. So, you know, I had to learn the hard way. You know, I had to take a lot of rejection. I had to take a lot of, you know, hard lessons. And that really, like, kind of molded me into the guy I am today. You know, and now I'm just trying to, like, pass the experience on to whoever is listening. You know, we're all gonna make mistakes. we're all gonna, have our own struggles, but again, it takes a lot to fix those problems. Again, call for help. Do your prayers, say your prayers, read the Bible. The Bible's another thing too. That's when you get all the bars in there. Read the Bible, guys. I feel another thing Tom to touch base on, the guys, like, bro, like, again, be yourself. Something I could tell the young niggas, actually, be yourself. Don't try to be one of these YNs or be all these gang niggas or whatever, because again, doing that's gonna get you somewhere you don't want to be. Just continue in the right direction and don't have all the distractions in your way. Yeah, like, honestly, a lot of guys see themselves as lone wolves. Strong, can do anything. But again, that's not always the case, because eventually that lone wolf is going to eventually die from another pack of wolves, because they're all working together against that one wolf. One wolf can't take down a million other wolves. They can't do that. Do not do this life alone. It's not cutting you any slack. It's not doing none of that other stuff. Stop being the lone wolf. Be part of the pack. Like, I feel like one thing that I feel like that's going on all the time is that the guys happen to suffer in silence all the time. And that's one thing that we should never feel like we need to do, suffer in silence. Like, it's something that I feel like, that would probably be labeled as, would have a label, oh, this nigga's soft, oh, he's a bitch, he's this, he's that. Like, and that's one thing that has to stop. Stop putting the guys down. Stop invalidating their feelings or whatever. Because, as a guy, it's so much could happen, honestly, One thing that us guys, we let our mind take over. And our mind is one of the biggest killers ever. One of the most dangerous, actually, matter of fact. And once a man gets into his head, or like when he's too much into his head, it's a very dangerous place. And, and I just think that you gotta get out your head. Easy for me to say, but again, harder for us to me, myself too. I get in my own head too. It's not easy being in your own head. Again, your mind's one of your biggest enemies. It can lead you to do very dangerous things. That's why guys too, just chill. Find you some safe to do. When I say safe to do, find just like kind of like a coping mechanism. But do what's gonna help you calm down, and that way, so it can also help you stay out your head as well. Like, honestly, with all these things that I'm actually talking about, I'm like kind of sharing, like with all this advice that I'm giving, I myself, like I said, I struggle with all of it. Struggle with every little single thing. I try to be a lone wolf. Try to be the alpha guy, try to do life alone, try to do this, try to do that, and it's got me nowhere. It's literally got me nowhere. Half of this shit even got me in trouble at one point in my life. Half of this even, feeling, being isolated, it even put me in some type of depression in a way. And I can tell you it wasn't fun. Like I said, got in my head, and I feel like my mind was slowly taking over, and I feel like my mind was winning. I was like, damn, almost let those intrusive thoughts win. Not saying, okay, I was gonna do so hard on myself, but the intrusive thoughts were winning. And that's one thing you should never do. Let your intrusive thoughts win, especially if they're negative. The dangerous spot, obviously, without question. It's really just, honestly, it's just you gotta be strong, like I said, be strong in your mind. Because your mind is the biggest killer, and you should never let it get to a point where you feel like you can't control what you're doing. Take control of your life as a guy. To all the guys, whoever this word's gonna spread to, take control of your own life, without question. Like, honestly, like I truly feel like that. All the guys should go to therapy. Real shit. For God's sake, just go to therapy. What are you afraid of? Like, what are you scared of, bro? Therapy, it's not the lion's den. It may be the lion's den in some aspects, but again, it's good for you. Get it all off your chest. Talk about it, cry about it. Do whatever you gotta do to let go of whatever you got going on inside here. Never just go. It's not a bad thing. You're not a bitch. You're not a bitch boy if you happen to go to therapy. It's very beneficial to get all that stuff off your chest. Just continue to do you. And again, let the Lord take care of the rest. Talk to him. I know he misses you. And again, I go to therapy myself too. Like, I started going to therapy freshman year of college. Again, we're bringing back college into the discussion. I started going to therapy my freshman year of college, and I had a lot of stuff going on in my life around 2021. Just getting ready to leave for college, being a college athlete, having worries about my own health, and that was just like kind of really catching up to me. So and it was one of the football coaches themselves that actually recommended it for me. They said, Khalil, do you think therapy would help you? I said, yeah, I could try it, and for that entire school year, I started going to therapy. If I feel like I needed to talk, I would go to therapy, and they would just listen to you. Shout out to the therapist at the time that would listen to me, like kind of hear me rant about, all the things that I had going on in my life, losing some people that were close to me, losing pets and shit. I talked about it all, honestly, gave me coping mechanisms. If I can go to therapy, I know all my niggas can go to therapy. They may not want to listen to me, but they gotta go to therapy. Real shit. I know they need it, because again, you don't gotta be a macho guy and hold it all in. What are you holding all in for? That's just gonna build up and lead to something that you may regret later on in this life. Like I said, go to therapy. It's not as bad as you may think it is. It's more beneficial than how people seem to make it. Not just for the guys, but the girls too. Go to therapy too, and let it all out if you need to. Or if you don't want to go to therapy, again, talk to someone that you love. They probably know you better, depending on who it is. They know you better, and they can try to bring you as much comfort as they can to help you and give you whatever they need to give you to put you at ease. One of the other things I also want to say as well to the guys, in order for you to build your status as a man, to be a man, build your kingdom as well. Build your kingdom despite all the other distractions that you have going on in your head. Block out those distractions. Be more wise. Learn things. Open your mind up. cry to also make it. Stay hungry. And don't cry to quit. If you cry to quit, then you done failed yourself. I can tell you that for sure. Only cry to make it. For the guys, love yourself. Trust yourself. Give yourself some grace. Have your own mind. Because again, a lot of people in general, they don't have their mind. They're not in control of their own mind, and that needs to change for us guys. Us guys, we gotta do better. Man, we have to do better. With that being said, we're gonna end this off on a good note, on a positive note. You guys take care of yourselves. Remember that you're loved, you're appreciated, and someone is eventually gonna give you those flowers that you may have so desperately craved. Well, guys, this is the end of the self-episode podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was just talking my shit, and I was just being real, brutally honest as usual. I hope you guys enjoyed this when it drops. One thing that I can say to not just the guys, because I know, like I said, I got brutally honest, but to everybody, love yourself, give yourself grace, believe and trust in yourself, say your prayers forever and always. Yes, all those, like what I said, was just correct. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And with that being said, I'm Khalil Kamara. This is Khalil Kamara Show, and we're out. It's all going up from here.